All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
It's your brother Ibadia. I'm Jim at YAHAWASHI. I'm here with the brother. The brother. And the brother. And we come in spirit and power.
Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, B'chakadash.
Now we're going to give all honor, glory, and praises to
Yahawah,
Yahawah,
Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, B'chakadash.
double honor side elder apostles, the great millstone, who rule well. Single honor salutation to all you sincere brothers that's constantly pushing the word and truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth. And also peace and blessings be to all the sincere men, women, and children who consist of the 1/3 who are also members of the body of YAHAWASHI. And also peace and blessings be to all of you confusion the faces out there in the four corners of the earth who do believe in the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. And we come into the times of us becoming kings again over the earth. All right, our sons being princes again as well, and our daughters being princesses. But right now, as we know of the part of the elect and 144,000 are hopeful, man, 2/3 of our people are just far gone, man. You know, I was sitting here speaking with the brother Sanaka, like we're breaking heavy bread, man, and it's just to the point that no matter how much you try and break down, all right, the statistics or even the facts of Esau Edom basically separating our people, which is divide and conquer, our people will never understand. They will always try to find a way to justify their cause, or always trying to find a way to say, oh, well, these people do that, or that people do that, or even the simple fact not understanding that the same people who are around you are actually your brothers, but because we are in the curses, you have an evil eye towards them. But Esau Edom is the one, the so-called white man, when we say Esau Edom is the one that's actually having y'all fighting against each other, man. But like I was telling this brother, man, it's 3 classes in society. Well, it's really 3 categories that everybody fall in society. It's sexism, classism, and socialism, man, all right? They have the man and the woman against each other. That's sexism. Classism is based upon what they say, middle class people or the lower class people. There's really no middle class or lower class anymore. People are really living paycheck to paycheck. So in other words, it's about your cash flow when you're dealing with the classism. And then you also have the socialism, man. Who are your associates with? Who do you socialize with? Because it's not really what you know, it's who you know. And that's what the society is based upon. People base everything based upon who you know, what you have, and what gender are you. It's getting to that point where you have more than 2 genders. All right? It's getting to that point where there's really no class anymore. It's getting to the point to where if you associate with righteousness, which is what we do, they deem you as a terrorist now. All right? As a threat to America, so to say, or to the national or to the international people. All right. So without further ado, the brother gonna bring out a precept.
It's Isaiah 29:9. Stay yourselves and wonder, cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine.
Right, they drunken, but not with wine, because that goes back to the philosophy of America.
Exactly.
Okay. The philosophies of America, that goes back to what's that Revelation, the 17th chapter, if I'm not mistaken, when they say they're causing all the nations to drink from that cup. And that cup goes back to what? Their philosophies. All right? It goes back to democracy, which America basically is based upon. I mean, a lot of it's interchangeable. When they say democracy, communism, and things of that nature, or a dictatorship, listen, you're always going to have the upper echelon who's always going to be above you. And then you gotta have the workers, the ones who are making them the money, man. And with that being said, our people can't even understand that. Oh, we need to get equal rights here in America. Shalom, YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem, B'chakadash, B'rakatah. Oh, we need to get equal rights here in America. Oh, we need to come together. But then at the very same time, though, how is it that we all need to come together when you have the woman set up against the man, you have the straight man, the straight woman up against so many different other sexual orientations? You have these people of our people that has money, and these people of our people who don't have money like that. But everybody's talking about we need to come together. How can we come? But let's say, how can 2 work together except they be agreed? So these people are drunken with the philosophy of this society, man. Go ahead.
They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink.
Right.
For the Lord hath poured out upon them the spirit of deep sleep.
So now we understand that Heavenly Father poured out upon them the spirit of deep sleep. That's why it tells you. You got something, brother?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 59. It says, "For this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people while he lived, saying, Choose thee life that thou mayest live. Nevertheless, they believed not him, nor yet the prophets after him.
Right, so they don't believe what Moses said, and they don't believe who? The prophets that came after him. So who are the prophets today? You got some Mayakala? I want you to get Jeremiah 28 and 28, Bible Shah.
Yeah.
28 and 8. Because you read it one more time, Bible Shah.
This is 2nd Ezra 7, verse 59. It says, "For this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people,
right,
while he lived, saying, choose thee life that thou mayest live."
All right, so the same individual that was in the wilderness crying and bickering and moaning, wanting to go back to Egypt, then the same fools here today. Saying 2/3, man. Because we telling them, like, we finna get up out of here, come out of her by people, okay? They're like, man, I ain't got time for that, man. I got bills to pay, man. All right, man. Hey, man, matter of fact, hey, man, what God was when little Ray got shot? Huh? What God was when my mother passed away? Like Lord said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. Go ahead up.
Nevertheless, they believe not him, nor yet the prophets after him.
Nor yet the prophets that come after him. You can read it from me up, Baba Kusha.
This is Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries.
Like Moses, he was a prophet. Go ahead up.
And against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
And that's what we tell our people right now, of the war and the evil, the pestilence is to come. Here it is. It's another outbreak of Ebola, man. War has been brewing ever since the beginning of mankind, but we can tell that the World War III, man, this gonna be the war that's gonna end Esau's kingdom, man. Okay, who was that? Albert Einstein that said, the third war. He said, I think it said the fourth World War or something like that shall be fought with sticks and stones. Yeah. Basically, man, saying we gonna go back to the ancient days after this World War III, man. All right, everything gonna be obliterated. Not everything, but majority of these societies you see, they're gonna be obliterated and done for, man. Moses spoke of the same thing, and here we are again, no prophets after telling you the same thing, but you don't want to listen. That's 2/3 of our people, man. They are hard. Hey, matter of fact, hey, remember when you were younger? Your grandma tell you hard-headed. Ezekiel said the same thing. Yeah, go ahead, brother, through the spirit. I think it's Ezekiel the 3rd chapter. Yeah. Come on, through the spirit, man. Hey, when your grandma, you a hard-headed little boy. How many times I've told you to stay out my flower garden? If I see you in there again, I'm gonna pop you. I mean that it doesn't register. It don't get through to you, man. That's 2/3 of our people right now. Go ahead up. Go through the spirit.
Yeah. Where you gonna start at?
No, whatever. Go with the spirit. Let's go with the spirit.
All right. This is Ezekiel 3 verse 5, and it says, I'm gonna start at 1 and I'm jumping to 5. Ezekiel 3 and 1. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel. All right. Verse 5. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech.
Right, because we all speak, well, not all, majority of us, we speak English. Okay, no excuse there. But then what about the brothers who speak Espanol? You got, hey, the majority of Israel is fucking Northern Kingdom. No excuse there. You got the brothers from Suriname. I believe they speak Portuguese or something. I don't know what the brothers speak, but they speak something, you know.
Probably Portuguese.
Brothers that speak Patois. Brothers that speak Creole. All right? So it's no excuse, man. Despite the fact we are not speaking our original language, our original tongue, the Lord said you go to a people who are not of a what?
For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech.
But then when we do preach in the Bible, we may say fuck or shit or bitch or damn. Oh, how you got the Bible and you cursing? Man, all y'all do is talk bullshit all day. Like y'all not familiar with that lingo. Okay. What Paul said, though I be rude in speech and not in knowledge. But did you get the message though? All right? Go ahead up.
For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel. Not, go ahead. Not to many people of a strange speech and of a hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely, had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee.
Right. Now, that's beautiful. Read that one more time, that last part.
Surely, had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee.
And you got brothers over there in Holland, they speak, well, it's not German, it's called Deutsch. They speak Deutsch. All right? Go ahead up.
But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-headed. Now listen, like hard-hearted.
It's the spirit though.
Which is hard-headed.
Hard-headed because their heart is like, Now that's beautiful. The Lord said they will not hearken unto me. So when the Lord said that 2/3 of our people will not hearken unto him, he said they won't hearken unto us either. So why you think the Lord said about the foolishness of preaching to save those who believe? Because the Lord said 2/3 ain't gonna get it. They are, listen, they are hard-hardened. All right, they are hard-hardened, meaning that hard-headed. Your heart is where your mind. Sorry, your heart is your mind is where your mind is housed in your brain, and your brain is housed inside your skull. Your skull is housed inside your head. It can't get there, man. That's why the elder Pastor Hardwood said it's a blessing, man, for us to even have this truth. The Lord had to really do a miraculous thing for us to get this truth, man. Because these pineal glands, oh man, they've been calcified for the longest. Through. And you know what? A lot of us brothers still came in learning that we were Israelites, probably still smoking, doing that kind of BS, you know. And the Lord still gave us the increase. That's why we say by grace and faith, man, which is a gift from the Most High. But 2/3, they ain't gonna get it. But we still gotta go out there and present this message to them, man, so that when YAHAWASHI do come back, you have no cloak for your sin. You know. You got some more?
Yeah. This is reading on. It says, and the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which man delivered to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he said, I cannot, for it is sealed.
Right.
And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he said, I am not learned.
Right. So he said that I am not learned. Now that goes back
13.
Now that goes back to Acts the 8th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. When the apostle asked the Enoch, he said, knowest thou what thou readest? Because he said, how can I know or learn except the man teach me? All right, but hold on, faith comes by hearing. So just because you tell somebody, that don't mean that they're gonna actually get it. Because you know, it's been plenty of time we sat there and had historical books, broke this down, broke that down, and Jake could sit there for about a good 10 minutes and be like, so you saying white people can't be saved? And it's like, oh man, here we go. You know? It's like you're talking to a wall. You know, it's like you're trying to beat a dead horse to get up. And you see the flies and maggots all around him.
And that goes into Sirach, the 51st chapter. It says, draw near unto me, ye unlearned, and dwell in the house of learning. You know, this is that church. You know, the Most High sent men, you know, his prophets here on earth today to teach us back the old ways, the old paths, lead on to righteousness.
Yep, seek the old path. Go ahead.
Verse 13. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth.
Oh, they be in church or Jesus, and got their hands high and yelling. Oh, I love the Lord. I love God. I'm gonna tell you what God. They tell you. They speak these words, right? They sound very good. They're very charismatic. Go ahead,
Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth,
right,
and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me. And their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. So
what they teach you is taught by what? A 501c3 charter pertaining to these churches, man. Rather than want to hear the man of the Lord out there on the street. Because they'd rather go to the church and talk to them pastors that got like a $5,000 suit on, have the gay clothing on, but here comes a man in sackcloth, like the Lord said. Come to me with ashes upon your head in sackcloth. You'll tell us to sit at your foot. Know you not that the Lord has chosen the poor of the world, rich in faith, which is what we have. We are rich in faith, man. We are concerned with that money. Riches profit not in the day of wrath. So like the brother said, so with their mouth they draw near to him. I'm roughly paraphrasing. But their heart is far from him. And this is Titus chapter 1, verse 15. It says, unto the pure all things are pure, and unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure. That's why they said, it is plain to him who is righteous, but it's a stumbling block to the wicked. But even their mind is conscience is defiled. They profess that they know God, but in works they deny him. Oh, the law done away with. If the law done away with, why did the nation of Israel go into slavery? What kind of God, and I speak as a man when I say, what kind of God would that be? I'm going to bring you through all this hell. I'm going to let Esau, Edom do whatever they want to you. You're going to be the bottom of the totem pole. You're going to be the tail. But then in the end, all right, the law done away with. Everybody could be saved. What? How? That don't make no sense. Even in the world, you be like, man, that ain't right. That's not right.
Ain't just, bro.
It's not just. You mean to tell me I've been studying all semester to pass this test? He ain't did nothing. He got a fucking 45% below F, and he get to go to the next grade level like me? No, he ain't put in no work. So let's go back to Titus chapter 1, verse 16. They profess that they know God, YAHAWASHI, but in works they deny him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate, man. Hard-headed. Reprobate means void of judgment, man. Oh, I can't be judged. That's why they say the law done away with, because they don't want to be judged. They don't want judgment, man. All right? When there is no judgment, it's a lawless society. Look at America. Because they're not going by the laws, statutes, commandments of the Bible, man. They're going by the laws of men, the commandments of men. Go ahead up.
Come on. This is Romans 3, verse, I'm going to start at 8. And not rather as we slanderers reported, and as some affirm that we say, let us do evil that good may come, whose damnation is just. What then? Are we better than they? No one knows. Before it proved both Jews and Gentiles that all are under sin. As it is written, there is none righteous, no, not one. All right, it says, there is none that understandeth, there is none that seeketh after the Most High. They are all gone out the way. They are together become unprofitable. There is none that doeth good, no, not one. And that's the majority of our people, man. That's why the Lord say he left that remnant, all right, of Israel. He knew there was certain men that was going to turn back to him, man. But the majority of our people are lost and gone, man. All right? It says they are all going out of the way. There's none that doeth good, no, not one, man. All right? Our people are completely gone. Right now, you know, this time of Jacob's trouble, I was watching the brothers over there, GMSBO, I come quickly on my way over here. There's like, man, these Edomites are they know what's going on. Jake is just completely gone, bro.
That's in the
you know?
the Psalms. It says the Most High looked down at children of men to see if any went to rough and period to seek him. They all have gone backwards.
Yeah. Our people are completely indulged in the folly. Going back to Isaiah 29:9, they're drunken, but not off wine, man.
Right.
Straight Esau has completely, man, put our people to sleep, man. Did a number, which is Esau's the sword of the Most High. That's why the Most High said, I put a deep sleep, spirit of slumber on them.
Yeah, you just said
all right. The Most High put a deep sleep on these people, man. They completely gone, man. All right. They seek not to come out of this. This man, it's like, bro, it's a trap. That's why I call it the system.
And the Most High doesn't want them to wake up because that's prophecy.
Yeah.
2/3 has to not get it. They have to perish and be cut off.
Exactly, man.
So there's no other way. They're not gonna wake up.
They're gone, bro. You can sit here until you blue in the face, man, try to speak to our people, and they, man, all they worrying about is reality shows. All right, what's going on with Chris Brown and BABAL? Some recent shit that's popping off,
Chris
man.
Brown and Offset.
Yeah, or whatever, man. You got Floyd Mayweather.
Going to Gucci store, buying Gucci bags and shit.
These niggas are sick, man.
Because Esau knows that, because he puts out shit like that because he knows our people are gonna just love to.
They'll get roused up from that bullshit.
Man, Jake is just gone, man. So read that again. It says, there is none that understandeth, there is none that seeketh after the Most High.
Hey, that's right, because what it says in Isaiah the 30th chapter, they say, get the Holy One of Israel from before me. He said, prophesy to these smooth things, prophesy lies and deceit. They still want that same Martin Lucifer Queen spirit. No, we won't go. Black lives matter. Women can get abortions. I'm a homosexual. I'm equal too. What? And then, I swear, most of them will swear they're spiritual. But what spirit are you coming in? You know, they gone, bro. It's sad, but at the same time, it's like, fuck them. They're the same one that said, let YAHAWASHI blood be upon them and their children. You know, go ahead up.
Come on, this is Ecclesiastes, quick one. I'm going to go back to Romans.
Hey, hold that thought.
Ecclesiastes 10:6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place.
Folly sit in great dignity, and the rich sit in low. Who's the rich? And what else? The poor of the world, rich in faith. The elect, the 144,000 and 1/3. That's the rich. You want to know why? Because what it says in Malachi the 3rd chapter 17th verse, the Lord shall make up his jewels in the last day. A man that has natural resources like precious stones, things of that nature, that's the individual man that's rich. But the Lord said we are his precious stones. Lord said we shall be, he said, acceptable men shall be tried in the furnace of affliction. So guess what? We have to be precious stones too. That heat got to get to us so that we can be purified, so all the impurities and that dross can leak up out of us.
Romans 3:12. They are all gone out of the way. They are together become unprofitable. There is none that doeth good, no, not one.
They have all gone out of the way. What did it say in the I believe it's the same chapter. No, I believe it is Isaiah the 30th chapter, the 18th verse, or no, the 20th verse. I think where it says it said no longer shall your teacher be put into a corner, but thou shalt see thy teacher. And it says, hey, go to the left or go to the right. But what did it just say? They going out the way. When we out there preaching the word, people just walk by. They don't stop. They keep walking by. Listen, guess who talked to us the most? Esau. Hi, how you guys doing? Have a nice night. But Jake walked by. Man, I'm telling you, man. Jake, like this brother said, Esau has done a number on our people, man. They are far gone. There's no helping Jake, man. You know, they need a reset button. You know, go ahead.
The point is in 18, but let me get some meat out of here. It says, their throat is an open sepulchre. With their tongues they have used deceit. With their tongues they have used deceit. The poison of ashes under their lips.
So, hey, you know that remind me of? Matter of fact, that says the same exact thing about Esau, Edom.
Yep.
The wicked, that their tongue is like the asp. An asp is a poisonous snake. Our people drinking from their cup, they do the same exact thing Esau's doing. They preach the same bullshit.
Yeah, Yahawashi said they called them vipers. You know, he called our people vipers.
Yup, he called the wicked scribe, be wise as serpents, but harmless as doves. A snake deals with wisdom, all right? Like a dragon. A dragon is like somebody that's like a master when you're dealing with wisdom, man, all right? But you have wisdom on the right side and the left-hand side. That's the difference, though. So he called them vipers, and he was talking to them, saying they have like open sepulchre. He said the same thing about the wicked scribes and Pharisees. He said your words are like, what he said, your word like an open sepulchre, and a sepulchre where you put a dead body at. Come on. You kidding me? That was it on that?
A little bit more. It says, whose mouth is full of cursing and bitterness, their feet are swift to shed blood, destruction and misery are in their ways.
Come on.
And the way of peace have they not known, all right, which is spiritual twofold as well. The way of peace have they not known. What we come to preach them YAHAWASHI.
The gospel.
The gospel is of peace, man. Why? Because YAHAWASHI has become that peace offering between us and YAHWAH, between us and the Father. All right, that peace offering, propitiation, man. Okay, it says there is no fear of the Most High before their eyes.
And what it says by no fear, there's no knowledge, man. I was listening to a comedian earlier today, Corey Holcomb, and the dude Zoe Williams, whoever knows, you know, he said no, you got to understand what respect is. Because when you deal with the word respect, read means back and spec means to look. Because old timers today said, hey son, hand me them specs over there. They call their glasses specs, okay? Like when people looking at us out there, the Lord even said we have become a spectacle. So respect means to look back. So people say, oh, respect me, respect me. If I don't know you, how can I really respect you? When you respect, you get respect to your mother, to your father, or should I say this, to those who raised you, to those who was always involved in your life. Because when you look back on the things they done, okay, now I can reverence you. And that word reverence and respect is interchangeable with fear. All right? Because when you fear someone, that doesn't necessarily mean that you fear them like you would how should I put it?
Like a nightmare.
I'll put it like this. The same socket you put your phone into, you respect that socket. Because you know that you can get electrocuted and die from that. Now what you gonna say, Art?
No, I was just trying to.
No, what you gonna say?
No, I was saying how, you know, it's not the fear of like a scary movie. Like you see like a boogeyman or type shit like that. Even still, you know, fear is a respect, because you see a lion, you scared of it because you know not to fuck with that. You know?
So you respect that cage at Laurel Park Zoo or Busch Gardens. You respect that cage because you know what's behind that cage. You know? So fear and respect the same thing, but they don't have fear of the Lord, which is what? Wisdom. Oh, with that being said, can you bring it out? Yeah, that's beautiful. That Jeremiah, that's perfect timing. This is spirit. That is the absolute spirit right there. Yeah,
this is
bring that out through the spirit too.
This is Jeremiah the 5th chapter, and I'm starting the 21st verse. Hear now this, O foolish people, and without understanding.
Without understanding, what's the beginning? What's the fear of the Lord?
The Lord's beginning knowledge.
And wisdom and understanding. Go ahead, up, Baba Kashaw.
Which have eyes and see not, which have ears and hear not,
Right. In other words, a lot of people are walking around with their eyes wide shut. All right, think about that. Go ahead, up.
Fear ye not me, saith the Lord Yahawah. Will ye not tremble at my presence?
So they don't have any understanding, so they don't fear the Lord. Our people don't have any understanding, so they don't fear the Lord. In other words, for fear is respect. They don't respect YAHAWASHI. Go ahead.
Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
Why, oh Lord?
I will also forget thy children.
Why, oh what? That's why I'm crying like that. Mike Brown. Oh, what's the one nigga name, man? Zimmerman just murked. Well, not just murked, but what's his name? Yeah, Mike Brown, Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice. Why, oh Lord, why? Listen here, the scripture said, when has the innocent ever perished, man? All right? So you mean to tell me them incidents happen for what reason? Man, you could be a weed. And listen, I ain't gonna lie. This is my people. When you see most of these victims' mothers, I'm gonna say victims. These victims' mothers, they got their hair hat on their head, little bad body. They got black lips like they be smoking all the time. I'm not trying to like come down on our people, but it's like, why do you think your son was taken away? Why do you think your son died? Because you rejected the Lord. And you know what? I won't even put it all the way on the woman. The father not in there. The father not in their life majority of the time anyway. And the Lord said, a man that takes not care of his household is like an infidel. And another word for infidel, infidelity means unfaithful. What the Lord said, all unfaithful shall die in the unfaithfulness, man. That's why them children perish. All right? Because our people don't fear or understand or respect YAHAWASHI. You can start it over from all the way from the beginning.
Yeah, and that's why I'll say real quick, that's why just say, let the dead bury the dead.
Let the dead bury the dead, man. Hey, what the scripture said? The scripture said, shall these dry bones live again? But hold on, how can you live if you're dead? If you're not breathing, you dead. What's the breath of life? Wisdom. It tells you that in Wisdom of Solomon, the 7th chapter. Go ahead, up.
This is Jeremiah the 5th chapter, 22nd verse. Fear ye not me, saith the Lord Yahawah. Will ye not tremble at my presence? Right. Which have placed the sand for the bound of the sea by the perpetual decree.
So he said, will you not fear me? Who placed the sands that it's a boundary, all right, from the sea. Go ahead, up.
A bound of the sea by a perpetual decree, that it cannot pass it.
So that means that the water cannot overflow the seabed by the beach and then overtake you. So whenever you see a tsunami or a tidal wave, who do you think caused that? YAHAWASHI. So without understanding, you won't fear him. So you're not going to fear that power? That's why when that day comes, the Lord is going to unleash his wrath. People take the Lord's kindness for weakness. Fuck my kindness or everybody else. Oh, you take it like fuck that. What about YAHAWASHI's kindness and long suffering? Go ahead.
Add on to that, we're being humiliated for that, man. We're being humiliated. Exactly. We're going through so much to bear that cross, right. So that when the Heavenly Father really step up, bro, when he really come to the seat of judgment in the book of 2 Ezra, the 7th chapter, when he will rise up to that seat. And the scripture say, misery shall pass away. When the Most High rise to the occasion, bro, it's going to be too late. Because he already was showing you his patience by sending us out there talking to you. Because he don't got to talk to you. He's a great king.
Because that door of repentance is going to be closing pretty soon, man. Right. Exactly. Yeah. Go ahead, up.
And though the waves thereof toss themselves, yet can they not prevail.
Exactly. You want nothing.
Though they roar, yet they cannot pass over it.
Come on, so though they crashing the bank, they crashing on the sand. They will not prevail. Why do you think Esau was setting them houses up right there on the coast of the beach? Oh, cause they know, oh, they don't have to worry about this. These waves not gonna wash me out until the Lord one day finally decide, I'm going to suspend this perpetual decree for a moment. I speak as a man when I say that. And then that tidal wave come. He did that, man. Go ahead, there's more on that.
Yeah, last verse. But this people have a revolting and rebellious heart.
They revolt. Revolt means like to go against the power or the government, so to say. All right? Like an uprising, an insurrection. Go ahead, up.
They are revolted and gone.
Far gone. 2/3 is so far gone. See, here you go. He been holding that piece up for a while. That's why he was the water. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Your pop, go ahead.
Yeah, and going off of the tip of the respect, having respect for the Heavenly Father. Because the respect of the Heavenly Father is even in the plants, the animals. Look at the materials in life that we use for our benefits, man. So we have that respect. That's why the simpler things that happen in life, we give all praises to the Heavenly Father. Simple. You know, just the little things, because we know like He's the reason why these things are happening. All right, so this is Isaiah 40, verse 25. To whom then will ye liken me? Or shall I be equal, saith the Holy One?
Hey, you chuckled the same time I said, damn, equal? Hey, hold on, what YAHAWASHI said? I go to my Father that is greater than me. I. He did say I. Greater than I. Go ahead, Classic.
Isaiah chapter 40, verse 25. To whom then will ye liken me? Or shall I be equal, saith the Holy One?
That's rhetorical.
Lift up your eyes on high and behold, who have created these things?
So he said, look up, lift your head up to the sky. You see the sun, you see the moon, you see the horizon, you see the clouds. You see, hey, have you ever seen a lightning storm? That's so beautiful. All right, that is so beautiful. So he said, look up, right? Go ahead,
It says, lift up your eyes on high and behold, who have created these things? That bringeth out their host by number. He calleth them all by names, by the greatness of his might.
But hold on. Here go Esau. Well, you know, the planet Saturn has this many rings. Pluto and hold on. Didn't they say Pluto not a planet anymore? What's wrong?
True.
Didn't the Lord say He numbered them?
True.
The Lord, can you read it one more time? He said He numbered them.
It says,
man, Esau, lose out of their mind.
Lift up your eyes on high and behold, who have created these things? That bringeth out their host by number.
If you want to know who created them, you can just go to Proverbs the 13th chapter. I think like the 13th verse on down. Go ahead
He calleth them all by names, by the greatness of his might, for that he is strong in power, not one faileth. That's the point, man. The Heavenly Father is beyond our thoughts, man. You know, so we can't even fathom. The scriptures tell you that our thoughts are not the Heavenly Father's ways. So the things that we even go through and the things that we see, all we can do is give praises to the Heavenly Father. Because we have that respect. And that respect, according to the scriptures, ain't even enough. Because the scriptures say it's filthy unto him, man. So how much more? That's why the scriptures say, worry about how the righteous shall be saved, rather than the multitude that shall perish, man.
Now that's so beautiful.
There's no respect on these people, man.
Now that's so beautiful, because I'm gonna tell you something. The Lord said in the Bible, He said He had no respect to persons when it comes to judgment. But if you read Exodus the 2nd chapter, the Lord said He looked and had respect for Israel. That's very humbling. Because like I said, respect means to look back. You want to know why He looked back at us? Because He made a covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. A covenant, a promise, a contract. But He said if they breach this contract, if they don't abide by the rules of this contract, they will be penalized. Our penalty was slavery and being stripped from our heritage. But you want to know what else He did too? It tells you in the book of Psalms too. He realized that we were but flesh. So He know that we just flesh.
I tell you, that's the rock as well.
Spirit. He know we just flesh. But he had it. Listen, you my son, now you know no better. I'm going to wax that ass, but later on, I'm going to sit you down. I'm going to heal you up. Now, baby, I ain't mean to do it to you. You know, I love you. You my boy, but when I tell your ass to do something, you better, it's the same thing He did with us. But His ways are different from our ways. Fuck getting your PlayStation taken away. Fuck getting your allowance taken away. Fuck, you can't drive your new Benz to school. The Lord going to strip you of your son like He did to David. All right? The Lord will take your strength like He did to Samson. Okay? The Lord will take away, the Lord will turn your wives into harlots like He said. He said your wife shall become a harlot in the streets. In other words, they mean that majority of brothers that have a woman right now, they're not with a woman that was a virgin the first time they met her. All those things, man. Evil eyes against thy brother. Much as we love each other, you got Jakes out here walking down the street. They mean mother. That's like I stole something from them. Like you know, like they lady said, oh yeah, that's why he knocked me up and you ain't the daddy. Like what? I don't know you. The Lord put all them curses on us, man. Why? Because we breached the contract. But remember, he said he looked back and had respect for Israel. And that's why you got to get all honor, glory, and praise to YAHWASHI, man. Because it's mercy, bro. We only saved by grace and mercy, man. Not of us, man. You got something
okay. It's Isaiah 1 and 2. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth. For the Lord hath spoken, I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me.
Come.
The ox knoweth his owner, the ass his master crib.
Shine, rebel.
Come. But Israel does not know, my people does not consider. Ah, a sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity.
A people laden with iniquity. How about this? I saw some, I forgot who it was. I think it was you. You showed me the Floyd Mayweather when you had all that jewels on him. Yeah. He was laden with jewels.
Standing on money, man.
He was standing on a stack of he was standing on $1 million, right? He had the damn, what's his name, Mr. T going on. All these jewels. Blink, glink, glinked out. I don't even say blink, I say glinked out. He was laden with precious jewels, precious gold, and standing on top of money. Guess what? Our people have all the jewels that Floyd had. All the jewels is the iniquity. They laden with all of the iniquity. Man, it's like how people walk around with iniquity on their neck. Fuck, you got niggas like Chris Brown and Tigger. They got tattoos all on their neck. They laden with iniquity. They wearing that shit, man. Fuck that. They got, you know, going off. Making songs about fucking somebody else's bitch and shit. Hey, what Migo said? He said, oh, I like the bitch with some cellulite. I fucked a lot of niggas' wife. They rap about that shit. I said, what? That nigga say he fought a lot of niggas' wife. He like a bitch with some cellulite. Shot me with a rock and sit on the flight. I like all that right there. That's straight wickedness, bro. All that is straight wickedness, man.
Come on, man.
But Jakey, they been bobbing his head. I be in the gym. But then I'm like, that's off, man. We all sick, man. I need YAHWASHI, you know.
We through, bro.
Hey, man, but Jake ain't gonna get it though. Fuck him. You know, they through the mom. Right? You got something up?
A sinful nation.
I went off, so up.
It's all faith, brother.
The water.
A sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers.
Con.
Children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are all gone away backward.
You know what it means to be provoked? That's like you sitting there playing a video game, you know, you getting it in, you on 2K, you in the court, you out there in the public, you playing 3-on-3, and your sister keep coming fucking with you, poking you in the head, man. Stop playing, man. Come on, man. Stop playing. You about to hit last shot. She over there, she putting her hand all in your face and shit. She pushing you, she provoking you until you finally drop that controller. You provoked me to slap your goof ass. Same thing God people did. They kept provoking the Lord, man. Hiding behind the tree, sacrificing unto idols, man. Making taking license with the heathens. Going back to First Maccabees, the first chapter. Okay. As a matter of fact, our women, they was actually praying to Tammuz. What's that? Ezekiel the 7th chapter. You want to know why Tammuz go back to a god of fertility? Because during that time, it was a drought. So rather than you pray to YAHWASHI, I'm going to pray to Tammuz. They brought that same Egyptian, that same Hamitic doctrine with their goofy ass. They kept provoking the Lord. Hey, matter of fact, hey, the Book of Kings, oh, Northern was out of there. Northern was sitting out of that bitch quick. Northern was going off.
That bill of divorce.
That bill of divorce, man. Hosea, the whole chapter of Hosea, really about Northern Kingdom. Oh my gosh. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever seen Apocalypto? Northern was going off, man.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Sacrificing their children.
Yeah.
Making their children pass through
the fire. Molech. Yeah. Come on, man.
And still to this day with that Planned Parenthood shit.
Planned Parenthood. And I just did a video on that shit, bro. That's the spirit, huh? Yup. That Planned Parenthood. You passing your children through the fire, man. Destroying them. Because what they going to do with them babies? Besides throw them in the dumpster. They going to cremate them. Burn them.
Or even cook them up.
They put them inside Coca-Cola.
Yeah, or put them in McDonald's food.
Yep, McDonald's food, man. So what? I'm saying, 2/3 is far gone. No matter what we try and do, man. That's why the elder always say, we only out here for the elect. I see why the elder be saying, we only out here for the elect, man. That's it. Those who have been elected, hold on, those who have been pre-selected, elected, and selected. Okay, that's it, man. That's it. You got more?
Yeah, it says,
Got something? Anybody got something?
why should ye be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint. From the sole of the foot even unto the head. All right, so from Judah
I was just gonna say that.
all the way down to Issachar, man. All right, our people are sick. The Lord said, why should you be stricken anymore?
And that's spiritual, because what they say about an army, they say if you take the head off, the body will fall. So the whole head of Israel is sick. All of us is sick. The whole nation. We have a. You want to know why? Think about this. What did YAHAWASHI say? Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What did King Solomon say? Give me any plague but the plague of the mind. Another word for plague is a wound. The whole head is sick. We are wounded mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Because even stress, which is something that's mental, can fuck with your physical. Don't you know you can catch a common cold from stress?
Because it suppresses immune system.
Exactly. Come on, man. That's heavy.
And Esau is the master at controlling Jacob over that.
Oh, yes.
We're in the slums. We eating the worst food. We drinking the worst water. Here, you got to pay for good water, man.
Yeah, pay for water, period.
But it's water. Yeah, come, but it's water.
Everybody asks what kind of water you drink.
Right, and it's water that comes out of the fucking sink, man.
Come.
You know?
And the water that come out of the sink, the same water that you brush your teeth, spit in,
bathe in,
you urinate in, you
in.
defecate in, you take a shower in. The same water that women had their period and it's running down into the drain in. Maybe having sex in the shower with their woman. Hell, maybe a man having sex with a man in the fucking shower, man. And then even if you go out and buy drinking water for you to drink and cook in, you still gotta wash your dishes in that same water.
You gotta wash water.
Hey, brother, damn.
You know?
Brother, that's an oxymoron. That brother said you gotta wash water. Hey man, I'm done with him. Keep going. I'm done with you.
Because water itself is a cleansing agent.
How you gonna use a cleansing agent to clean a cleansing agent?
Okay.
Damn.
This is why we call you the devil, man.
Damn, that's why we call you the devil, man. That's heavy. Go ahead.
It says, from the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds.
And that soundness go back to the proper doctrine of YAHAWASHI. The sound doctrine. That's what it goes back to. And the sound doctrine means whole. To be whole. So if the whole head is sick, it's why you think, but 2/3 is sick because they don't have this doctrine. 2/3 is so far gone. Okay? Every time I hear that, I think about Drake. Anyways, you know, it's so far gone, man. And that nigga's so far gone too. Okay.
And bruises and purifying sores, they have not been
Purifying?
closed. Yeah.
Putrefying.
It's like a putrefying sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment.
It's nasty, like think of a nasty ass fucking cut.
Infection.
No ointment just out there.
Like gangrene. Man, I'm like gangrene, man. That's nasty, bro. Like a flesh-eating disease or something. That's how we are right now.
We through, bro.
That's why, hey, that's why limitation, what it says. They walk by and they hiss and clap at us. If you see somebody on the ground, they all, you know, tweaking and they all got bruises like boils like Joe, you gonna be like, ugh.
They can just stink like they walk past.
What is that?
It's just like
you
just
like
a nigga.
like you in a gutter.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, hey, let me see you walking down the street or some shit and you like stumble or some shit and your phone go down the gutter. For one, that phone is gone. But for two, you know where it's at. It's in the gutter. Man, fuck that, man. I'm gonna have to wait till my next check, man, and get another one. But that shit is tomorrow. It's in the gutter.
Real quick, right on what we talking about. Yes, something nasty. This is Jeremiah 15, verse 18. It says, "Why is my pain perpetual, my wound incurable, which refuses to be healed? Wilt thou be altogether unto me as a liar, and as a waters that fail?" Now, the reason why I brought that out is because when you go into the word incurable, all right, this is the nation of Israel on the side of the Heavenly Father. It says, desperate, desperately wicked, woeful, very
desperately
sick.
Wicked. So they are desperate to be wicked. They're desperate to go off. That's why Jake let an Edomite pop him in the ass and get a star role in the fucking movie.
Yeah.
They call it the casting couch.
Desperate.
They desperate to be wicked. Yo, I got a young cousin still in fucking high school, moved to Atlanta, dog. We in Tampa right now. Moved to Atlanta, bro. You know what she told me what she wanted to be when I asked her what she wanted to be to get older? She said she want to be a fucking stripper, bro. She's still in high school, like a sophomore, and she looks straight. She filled out. She got a twin sister. I said, why you want to be a stripper? I want to make some money. Man, bitches be getting robbed by niggas and shit. Niggas be doping them bitches up and shit. She want to be she desperately want to be wicked.
Yeah.
Like niggas want to desperately be dope boy. I knew cats growing up, bro. They had scholarships to go to colleges, playing ball, playing football. Niggas started smoking weed. Then he started getting on that powder. Then one nigga, he had a full ride to college. He want to go do a B&E. What the fuck is wrong with you niggas, man? Y'all have scholarships and you still going off? Bro, I'm saying I seen it all, bro.
Okay.
Go ahead, you want that?
Yeah, it was the next word was because woe means death and destruction. It said woeful. So full of death and destruction, man. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Well, it says they have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. Your country is desolate. Your cities are burnt with fire. Your land strangers devour it in your presence, and it is desolate as overthrown by strangers, man. All right, that was talking about back then, you know, but that's still today, man. Our land is given to strangers. It's desolate. All right, you got these so-called Jews over there polluting the Holy Land. Pink City, Tel Aviv, you know, the biggest gay parade in the world. All right,
in the Holy Land.
In the Holy Land.
An unholy thing in the Holy Land.
So Israel is wounded, man.
In your presence.
All right. It says, and the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in a vineyard, and as a lodge in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city.
Damn.
Now this is the point right here, man.
Can you hear that one more time?
Oh, Slaki. And the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in a vineyard, and as a lodge in a garden of cucumbers.
You think about a cottage in a vineyard. You know what a cottage is, right? You seen the cottage before? It's like I don't want to say it's a hobbit house, but it's a small house out there, like deep in the woods. He said left like a cottage in a vineyard. I mean, just vines all over that house because nobody's been living there. It's just desolate. That's what it's saying right there. That's heavy. Go ahead, up.
Now that's the point. Except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant.
Well, what's the remnant?
Remained the elect.
They go back to Romans 11 chapter. Do you want to get that Bible shot? Romans 11:4 Bible shot? That's the spirit. Go ahead, up.
Except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like Gomorrah. All right. So the Lord's saying, man, Israel is just completely just through, man, and just, you know, defiled and sick, just too far gone. But except the Lord have not left us a remnant, we would have been in Sodom and Gomorrah, because you know, the Lord calls us a city. Okay, what happened to those cities in Sodom and Gomorrah, man? They were destroyed by fire, man. All right, so if the Lord hadn't left that remnant, all right, that holy seed, you know, all right, we would have been, we would have been consumed.
All of us in that fire,
all right.
And that's beautiful. I want to bring this out too. I had watched a movie last night called Survivalist. Oh my gosh, it's a very good fucking movie. But the point I want to get at, the dude in the movie, he got shot, and the one thing that they used to cleanse it, well, he used magnets to eat away all the dead flesh, but then they used heat, hot coals to try and seal it up. But he still got sick though. That's what the whole head is sick. It's putrefied, right? So I want to take the word putrefy. The word putrefy right here is Salakia. Because what verse was that? It's in Isaiah, I think 1:6. It's Tarayah, if I'm not mistaken, Tarayah. It says fresh, new. All right, and it says strong definition from an unused root, apparently meaning to be moist, properly dripping. Hence, recently made such. When you go to the lexicon, it means fresh, used of a wound. So this is a wound that's incurable. This wound is an open wound that's constantly being infected.
Constantly being wicked.
So the only way our people can actually be saved with 2/3 is by fire. Fuck it. I'm giving you the water to cleanse you. The living water, you don't want that. Well, guess what? Your ass gonna get cleansed by that fire.
And that's getting cut
Cut
off.
off.
Exactly.
That's it, man.
That's it.
And then the Most High still gonna have mercy on you, because if you are Israelite, you still gonna come back through the righteous loin of the elect. of those that were made whole when they get translated, man.
Exactly.
You know, you're going to come back righteous. So that's the mercy of the Heavenly Father.
That's right.
You know, in his wrath. You know, in that fire, he's going to have mercy on your ass, man. Because it bring you back.
Con.
Beautiful.
You got
That was it on that.
That was it on that. You got that for me? The remnant?
Yeah. This is
So yeah, anybody got anything else? Or
Nah, we can close out.
Close out. Okay, come.
Yeah.
You want to close out Zechariah 13th chapter? Say 2/3.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, you bring that out first, and then bring that out.
All right, come.
Yeah, bring that out first, and then bring that Romans out.
All right. This is Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in the land, that in the land, saith the Lord Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined.
So that's why the Lord said, hold on, he said the third part shall be refined. That's why it goes back to acceptable men. Okay? And that remind me because I forgot who it was in particular. Somebody left a comment on my page and said, will the 1/3 get spiritual powers? I said, listen here, man, just believe. You just gotta believe. And I left in the precept. Because we know the 144,000, we are fishermen right now. And that day we shall become hunters. But then I think I left him with that Psalm 115:3. But our God is in the heaven, he do whatsoever he pleases, man. All right? And the Lord's going to strengthen all of us in that day, man.
Even the most feeble among them.
Shall be like David.
That would have been a good precept.
Come, go ahead up.
Zechariah chapter 13 verse 9. And I will bring the third part therein through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them.
So we're going to call on his name, and he's going to hear us. But who is that? Those who are not the workers of iniquity. Go ahead up.
I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh is my power. So
how can you be his people? You could be a so-called Negro, so-called Jamaican, or so-called Dominican, or so-called Puerto Rican. But if you're not doing the will of Yahawashi, you're a heathen or a publican. So he said he will hear his people. Because what the way Yahawashi said, those who say, Lord, Lord, shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. I shall say, get away from me, you workers of iniquity. So just because you're Israelite doesn't mean you're going to be saved. Are you doing what he said? Because if you love me, keep my commandments. If you love me, feed my sheep. Go ahead.
Quick one. It's Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 10. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh unto this people, thus have they loved to wander. They have not refrained their feet. Therefore the Lord Yahweh doeth not accept them. That's them being cut off. He will now remember their iniquity.
The scripture says in Proverbs, I think it's the sixth chapter or the 8th chapter, he said, 6 things do I hate, 7 is abomination. I think he said one whose feet is swift to shed innocent blood, and also who also like to cause discourse amongst brethren, things like that. So that's another one. Go ahead up.
Thus have they loved to wander. They have not refrained their feet.
Busybodies.
Therefore the Lord Yahweh doeth not accept them. He will now remember their iniquity and visit their sins.
He will remember their iniquity and visit their sins.
Because they haven't been purged of the old sins. They haven't came into this house.
They laden with iniquity, like the brother just brought out in Isaiah. Yep.
Real quick, in the book of Deuteronomy, it says that. It says visiting the iniquity of their fathers until the 3rd and 4th generation. Those that hate me. So, Lord, that goes to show you reincarnation in the scripture, and those same spirits are back, like the brother said earlier, man.
That's wicked, Quan. I know that. That they tell you.
Because it's been the same thing throughout history. You read these scriptures. From the beginning, it's been over and over again. It's been that remnant, it's been the 2/3. Remnant, 2/3. Every wicked kingdom has risen and fell. What happened? What sin did the elect?
Hey, and through the spirit, I was going through a couple precepts. I just typed in the word remnant. Came up with 91 verses, man. And all throughout the scriptures, it was talking about the downfall of Israel, but the Lord said, he always left a remnant, a cluster, man. That mercy, you know. So I just want to add on to what you're saying.
That was it.
That Romans.
Yeah. This is Romans chapter 11, verse 4. But what saith the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal.
It's like you. Hold on. Shalom to you, brother. YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, Kakadash, Brakatah. We got some brother, Samaka Moth from Puerto Rico, if I'm not mistaken. He got Psalms 119:9. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way, by taking heed thereto according to thy word. Hey, that's why you have to be cleansed by living water. Like I always say, if you're out in the wilderness, you want to find running water, okay? Because running water is always filtered through the rocks, all right? It's a filtering process when it's constantly moving. Like you won't go to a puddle and cleanse yourself, all right? It's stagnant water, you know? So you want to come to the living waters, which is the Bible. You're right. That's how you cleanse yourself. But because they refuse this, they'd rather go to the damn faucet and get that tap water and make this Kool-Aid with it. Go ahead up. Some Tang or something like that.
I'll read it again. This is Romans chapter 11, verse 4. But what saith the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men.
And hey, that's just the foundation of the earth, man. So we've been ordained, preordained, by the way. Okay, go ahead up.
Who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal.
And hey, we have not bowed down to America, so to say, all right? Because remember it said the mark of the beast and they gave power unto the image. It's not talking about who the word is called Jesus Christ or Jesus Christos, all right, or Serapis Christus, all right? It's talking about the image is basically this whole society that we live in.
Because if it was Christianity or you know, Caesar Borgia, you obviously can't repent for the mark of the beast. So we all would
have been dead. You can't repent from that. You already got the mark, the water.
Okay. This is 5. Even so, then at this present time.
At this present time, present means right now, presenting. Okay. And you know, I heard somebody say this before. Salakia. They said yesterday is the past, and tomorrow is the opportunity. But today is a gift because it's called the present. Something like that to that extent. Because we live in the present time, so it's a gift to be alive. And that reminded me what Elder Apostle Ricard always said. Every day you wake up thinking how about YAHAWASHI, man. And it really you want to, because that's another day that you can prove yourself how much more you love him. Because what the scripture said, the dead cannot praise you from the grave. You know, go ahead up.
It's Romans chapter 11, verse 5. Even so then at this present time, also there is a remnant according to the election of grace.
So there's a remnant according to the election of grace. So there's a remainder that's going to be here. That's going to be a remainder of Israel that's going to actually be alive and that's actually going to exist, man. Okay? Yeah, Khan. Yeah, shalom to you too. Shalom to you. Yeah, man. They came to Ptolemy when he took over Egypt during the time of Alexander the Greek, around 323 BC. After that, you know, because they call him the flower pot god. It's a movie that the elders put us all on. It's called the Agora. All right, and it actually shows you an image of him in the marketplace, because when they're in the marketplace, you know, they're preaching, whatever, professing, debating with one another, and it's actually it's one of Ptolemy's sons, matter of fact, and it goes right back into Rodrigo Borgia during the time of the 15th century, or the 15th century, if I'm not mistaken. The Borgias, which actually was televised on Showtime. It was actually a series. And they really was like chronologically sound with the whole series. Like that was like to the point where that was almost damn near on point with everything, man. Well, even Sergio Borgia wanted to lay down with his sister. I think her name was Lucine. Lucrezia. I said Lucine, I'm tripping. Lucrezia Borgia, man. And Rodrigo Borgia, who was the 6th Pope of Rome, said, if I'm going to sit in the seat of God, my son is going to sit in the seat of Christ. Which is why he actually had this image painted by Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo, man. All right, so what you said earlier about reincarnation, the same individual.
Yeah, that's right.
And then you got one of the Rothschilds who look just like him.
That's right.
Okay, come on. That's how you know the Rothschild had to be descended from the Borgias. I'm speaking as a man right now.
David Rothschild through the Spirit.
David Rothschild. Yep. Water. You got something?
No,
that was it. All right, Con. So you gonna close out? You wanna give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahawah, Shem, Yahawashi, Shem, Mahakadash. The most high elder apostles, the great millstone who rule well. Sing on the side, that brother sit on the precept. Sing on the side, teaching all your sisters and brothers, because they preach the word of truth and sincerity. Peace and blessings to the 1/3, and peace and blessings to all the confusion and faces out there in the four corners of the earth. And his brother, Samakamah said, Con, I do remember that series. Even in the video game Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, my favorite one. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, they give you the whole storyline. You're right, Yep, matter of fact, I got that one in there right now. I went to the pawn shop to get that one, Don't tell nobody. Come man, yep, I remember that. Yep, you want it. But with that being said, like I always say, man, ask for forgiveness, pray without ceasing, stay humble, remain diligent. All right, Kwame Asha Allah, Waflava Ball, Shalom, peace and blessings to you all. DT.